Which is better, the air fryer or the oven?
In this video, we're gonna put them to the test in a blind taste test using 3 different carnivore recipes. Steak, bacon cheeseburger meatballs, and 3 pepper crunch wings. So which one do you think is gonna be better, the air fryer or the oven?
So I've always wanted an air fryer, so I'm team air fryer, okay? I've been wanting an air fryer for years, but this one would never let me get one.
Never let, sure, okay. Okay. I am not a fan of these gadgets that come and go and that take up space on your kitchen counter and you use for a year and you follow the hype when an oven does a perfectly good job. Like, why do I need an oven on top of my counter?
Well, you know, with modern technology, it's a lot easier than cooking in the oven, I'm just saying.
Okay, well, we'll have to do a taste test and find out which is better for our steak, the oven or the air fryer.
All right, let's season our steak. We're gonna do Redmond's real salt and Heath Riles beef rub. First, let's cook in the oven. So you wanna bring your oven to a broil, 500, let your cast iron skillet heat up in there for about 5 minutes or so. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw some beef tallow in there. So I'd take a good spoonful, throw it in there. All right, let's put our steak in. We're gonna put it back in the oven for about 5 minutes. All right, y'all, so it's been in the oven on 500 for 5 minutes. Time to flip it. So let's get it out. What I like to do is I like to throw some butter on it right now. Like that. So back in the oven for another 5 minutes. Time for the air fryer. First thing we need to do is plug in our dual sensor probe. Then we have to put our probe into our steak. I'm gonna go right on the side here, right in the middle, so it can sense the temperature, internal temperature of the steak while it's cooking, but also sense the air temperature of the air fryer. All right, let's power up this bad boy. We're gonna hit power button. Steak, it's on New York strips. I'm gonna hit OK. Medium rare, hit play. Okay, so I'm gonna check in to see how my steak's doing on the app. We got 14 minutes left, ready at about 7:34 or so, and it's currently 77 degrees inside the steak. All right, y'all, so my app just told me that my steak is ready, so let's get it out. Pull this probe out, look at that beautiful steak. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty freaking cool. Like, if I can cook a steak that easy and that quick, I'll do that every day. All right, it's time for the blind taste test, okay? I don't know which one's which, but I'm gonna go with this one first. See how it turned out. Juicy, delicious, very good. Of course it's steak, it's always good. Time for this one. Oh, that one's cooked a little bit better. This one's more tender, more crispy on the outside. This one's more juicier and butterier. It's a toss-up. It's very close, but I prefer this one.
All right, so I like my steak well done, not medium rare. So this one looks like it's still moving. Start over on this one. That one tastes really good. Good flavor, really buttery. I'm gonna be honest, they taste pretty much the same to me. This one's more juicy and buttery. This one's not dry, it's just not as buttery, so I actually think I prefer this one. So next up is bacon cheeseburger meatballs, and we're gonna see which one's better, air fryer or the oven, and these are my absolute favorite, so let's see which is better. To make these meatballs, we're gonna use 1.5 pounds of ground beef, and to that we're gonna add 1/2 cup of sharp white cheddar shredded cheese, 1/2 cup of pork panko, and then also 1/2 cup of bacon. And then just for a little bit more bacon flavor, we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of bacon drippings. This is going to make sure our meatballs are nice and moist. And then to combine all this together, we're going to add 1 egg as our binder. It'll help our meatballs stick together. Then we're going to add salt and pepper to taste and mix this up really good until all the ingredients are thoroughly combined. Next, we're going to form this mixture into meatballs. I try to make them about 1.5 inches in diameter, just trying my best to make sure they're all the same size so that they cook evenly. Here are all the delicious meatballs. Half of these are going in the air fryer and half of them are going in the oven.
All right, y'all, time for the blind taste test. I'm gonna go with this one first. Got this crunch to it. I like the crispiness on the outside. All right, let's try this one. It's good, really good. It's more tender, not as crispy on the outside, but I think I'm gonna pick this one. Air fryer, I win.
All right, y'all, you know my favorite thing on meatballs, hickory GHQs. All right, I'm gonna start with this one. These ones don't look as crispy, but they look a little bit more juicy. They're tender, like you said. I'm gonna try these ones. These ones you get like a chewy, crunchy crust, and then you get the soft tender inside. These are really good. Air fryer. I'm not happy about that. Come on, oven. You're supposed to win.
All right, y'all, it's time for 3 pepper crunch wings. I'm gonna start with Redmond's real salt. Next, if you can tolerate it, we're gonna do garlic powder. Got some black pepper next. That's the 1 pepper out of 3. Pepper number 2 is cayenne pepper. They're gonna be nice and spicy. Crushed red pepper, if you can tolerate it. But again, like, season liberally. It's almost like we're putting a rub on them. So you wanna have plenty of seasoning on them. All right, we gotta flip and repeat. Let's flip them over on the plate and just gonna do the same seasonings on the other side. All right, we're gonna throw them in the oven at 400 degrees for 40 minutes, flipping them in between. Time to put the wings in the air fryer. Put it back in. And this time for the chicken wings, I'm gonna start them using the app. I'm gonna go ahead and search for chicken wings. Boom, a recipe pops up. I'm gonna click on it. I'm gonna go ahead and set to cook. And it's sending the recipe right to the air fryer. It clicked on. Now we just have to press the play button on the air fryer. Boom. Our timer is generating. We have 21 minutes. So we really want to thank Tastee for sponsoring this video. It is a really awesome smart air fryer with a dual sensor meat thermometer probe that you can control in the app, and you can even start your cooks on the app and it'll even tell you when it's done. So if you want to get your hands on this really cool smart air fryer, be sure to click that link in the description. Use the code CarnivorePAT70 to get $70 off the air fryer. Now that's only valid February 1st through the 4th, 2024. They launch on the 1st of February. So if you want to be a part of Team Carnivore Air Fryer, click that link. All right, y'all, time to taste. I'm gonna go with this one first. Crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside, really good. Try this one. This one's a little juicier on the inside, but not as crispy on the outside. This is the winner for sure. Air fryer, of course. So the real question is, what are your thoughts on the air fryer steak versus the oven steak?
You mean, are we gonna send the air fryer back?
Oh, no, we're keeping it. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I got to say that the ease of using the air fryer is really awesome because it's nice that I can just put the steak in, select New York strip, select medium rare, and then I just stick the probe in and I know that it's gonna cook and I don't have to baby it or watch it at all. And then also I've sometimes still had problems of like smoking up the house and making the fire alarm go off with the beef tallow in the oven on such a high heat. So I don't have to deal with any of that. So I just admitted on camera to making our smoke alarm go off.
What about meatballs? Because you did pick air fryer in the blind taste test.
Okay, I will say I'm a hardcore fan of the meatballs in the air fryer. It was quick, there wasn't too much mess, and they got super crispy. I have always broiled my meatballs after cooking them to try to get that crisp, but it's not as crispy as the air fryer. And I think it's because of the tray that's in there, the fat kind of drains down, and then they get that really crispness.
Well, and the fact that it's called an air fryer, so they kind of, fry it using air.
So overall, did you like the chicken wings in the air fryer or the oven better? What'd you think?
100% air fryer. They tasted like non-greasy, like fried wings. They're crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside, and of course the great seasonings I put on them. The flavoring was on point. They were definitely spicy, so if you're not a fan of spice, I wouldn't recommend all those peppers.
Also, another huge win I feel like for the air fryer over the oven is that the oven took 40 minutes, but the air fryer was done in about 20-25. So just time-wise, the air fryer was definitely more convenient. I feel like overall, for every recipe, the air fryer does seem to be more convenient, and that's coming from someone who is team oven. Again,
we want to thank Tastee for sponsoring this video. If you want to get your hands on one of these awesome smart air fryers, click that link in the description. Valid February 1st through the 4th. We appreciate everyone watching. We'll see y'all next time. Stay strong.